Hello dressmakers, knowing how to sew a zipper fly can be really daunting, but not to worry, here is a video that will show you how to achieve a perfect fly in few easy steps. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Here is a pair of shorts which you are going to be working on. I already sewn the center front towards the crotch, leaving 6 inches for the zipper fly. After measuring your fly opening this way, put your short or your skirt, put it aside, and now go ahead to cut the matching fabric for your fly. Cut 7 inches, that is your measurements plus 1 inch. Go ahead and cut 7 inches length. I'm cutting it across right now, and then we'll be measuring 6 inches. We need 2 inches for the fly and then 4 inches for the fly guard. Can you see? So I'm going to be measuring 6 inches right here. Measure across and cut, and now you should have a fabric measuring 6 by 7 inches. Okay, now go ahead and cut the 4 inches out, leaving the 2 inches separately. So we are going to have 2 inches on fold, which is going to be 4 inches. That will be for the fly shield. Then the other one, which is 2 inches, will be for the fly. Go ahead to add your interfacing paper stay. Add it. Now this, I already added my stay. Now to create that curve you see in front of the crotch, you are going to go ahead and measure 1 inch from a 90-degree corner this way. Ensure that you are not measuring from the folded part, okay? Put them on top of each other like this, 1 inch coming, then curve it out. Now you cut out that curved part, cut out the excess, and here is what you should have. Alright, now you go ahead to turn this over and give it a straight stitch just like this with 0.25 or 1/4 of an inch. Now here is what it should look like after you're done stitching. Also, don't forget to overlock the other one for the fly. Trim down and notch your seam so that you can reduce the bulk, then turn this inside out. Okay, after turning, this is what you should have. Next, grab your zipper and then place it just over it like this, just like you want to see it. Place this one for the fly on the right side of your pants or your skirt, which will be on your own left hand side. Okay, pin in place just like this, and then we are going to give it a straight seam just like that. Pin this in place just like this. All right, now take your zipper and place it over that straight end of your fly shield. Place the zipper over it just like this and pin it in place. So we'll go ahead and sew this right here, and then sew this right here as well. Now place the fly under your presser foot just like you see me do right now, and then you just give that a straight seam till you get to the end of your fly. Sewing a zipper fly is not difficult. Just follow these easy steps and then you are going to be able to sew yours as well. Now grab your fly shield or fly guard, whichever one you call it, and just sew it this way just as seen. Alright, ensure that your back stitch at the beginning and at the end of every stitch that you make while you are sewing. Now that that is done, I'm going to place this over to the left side of the short or the skirt like this, then sew. But before then, let's take this to the ironing table so that we can iron our seam allowance flat. Alright, now it's done. This is what it looks like. Before we sew the fly, let's understitch this part so that it stays neat and it stays in just as it should. After that is done, now we can go ahead to sew our fly shield. Now you're going to place it underneath our seam allowance this way. Alright, now you can get your pins and pin in place neatly. Alright, ensure that you're pinning it very close to the zipper teeth. Alright, now place them under your foot just as seen, then sew very close to the end of that seam. Sew it really close. I believe you can all see this. Ensure that you sew it really close to that edge, just like this. And when you get to the end of that opening, just backstitch just like this. Now that is secured, this is what it should look like by the time you are done. Flip it over to the other side and then place them on top of each other like this, then pin this way. Pin at the end this way, just at the edge. Now you're going to place another pin really close to the straight end of the fly, just like this. Alright, after this is done, now you can remove the pins on the extreme end. Now you are going to be sewing the zipper and the fly together. The zipper and the fly together. Alright, place it under your machine foot like this. Now I'm gonna have to change my foot to an invisible zipper foot, so it's easy for me. If you have a zipper foot, this is the point where you need to use it. If you have not subscribed to this channel yet, this is a time for you to do so. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. Now flip it to the front and you should have your zipper fly almost ready at this point. Take a look at what it looks like from behind. Alright, now pin this away so that you do not mistakenly stitch it when you are sewing that curve on the fly. Okay, now this is what we are going to be having shortly. Pin it. Now we're about to create that curve you usually see in front of the fly. Okay, pin it just like you want to see it, then sew that curve to that point. Okay, I'm going to be doing this from behind. Alright, now place this under my foot this way, and I'm going to be sewing with 1/2 inch all the way to the end of that curve. When you get to a point like this, you are going to remove your pin from your fly guard and you are going to sew it down. Continue your sewing just like this. Backstitch at the end of your seam, and by the time you flip this forward, you should have something that looks like this. So here it is, our fly is ready. You can see that that's not so difficult after all. Alright, so now we are going to go ahead to add our band to the waistline of the shirt. Leave your comments on this easy sewing method and let me know if you're going to try this out. Now here is my band which I already prepared. I've added interfacing to one part which is going to be facing forward. Alright, I added interfacing to that part, and now I'm going to be matching all points to my waistline. Okay, place the right side of your band to the wrong side of your waistline just like this, and then go ahead to pin it all around, all across the entire waistline. Ensure that all your notches meet at the right point on that skirt or short that you are trying to sew. Pin everything in place like this and then go ahead and sew it all around until you get to the other end, sewing this with a seam allowance of 1/2 inch all around. After that, I'm going to bring the other end over the waistline just like this. Alright, and I'm going to sew the other part of the band really close to the edge of the band. While I'm sewing, I will also ensure that all the notches meet with the point of the side seam of the center back and all that is. Ensure that your sewing right here is really close to the edge and ensure that you cover up your first seam. Okay, if you have watched this video this far, I hope you have gotten value. Give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Now we're almost at the end of the band and you can see that this is looking all perfect already. Ensure that you take out all the hanging thread on your shorts so this gives you a neat finishing. Take it to the serger, overlock if you need to, and then give it a good press. Here is the final look of the band and the fly. You can see how easy this was creating this. Follow these steps and recreate yours. Thanks for watching.